Hey YouTube, this is Cash from SG back again with another video. And hold on, y'all, I'm over here checking on some things. But yes, I'm back again with another video. And in today's video, I want to speak on gay and straight friendships. And this is pretty much me speaking on my opinion when it comes to um straight males being friends with gays or gays being friends with straight males and the issues that could come along with these friendships. Now, this is a problem that probably had been talked about for years. And me myself, I have experienced situations where I was friends with people and then lasted for a while until it didn't last no more. Um, and it's upsetting because a lot of people gonna have their mixed opinions, especially the homophobic people. They definitely gonna have their mixed opinions and gonna believe what they want to believe. But at the end of the day, I have friends who, hello, I have friends who, I'm still cool with today. Could talk to them anytime. Can reach out to them anytime. And then I have friends who I'm no longer friends with for many different reasons. One thing I want to say is I'm a person who I'm like if I'm cool with somebody, like if I'm really cool with them, we could talk about anything or whatever the case may be. I'm a type of person who like to compliment my friends. I don't care if you male, female, it doesn't matter what your gender is. And with that being said, just because I compliment you does not mean that I want that mean I'm flirting with you. Or I want to get with you. It's just that I'm a nice person and I like compliment people because growing up I wasn't one who always got compliments, and when I did, I didn't believe it. Cause I was so used to people making fun of me for having a lazy eye or bushy eyebrows or my hair being a certain way or the way I dress being a certain way or whatever the case may be. I just stopped believing it. I believed the people who was being rude. And the reason why is because I heard the negative way more than I heard the positive. So when you hear the positive, of course you gonna believe the negative a lot more, and it's gonna fuck with your self esteem. So I have friendships where I go like with any friendship I get into, I go by vibes, and like I said, a lot of my friendships were with people who claim they're very comfortable in their skin. They don't get offended too easily. I could compliment them. We could talk about anything, and nobody take it the wrong way. And do you have people who do things behind closed doors, and then when they feel like they tea is going to get exposed out to the public, then they want to point fingers and make it seem like because you're open with yourself, they can't be open with themselves. Now they want to say, "Oh, you did this and you did that." And if anyone don't know what I'm talking about, I can give you an example. I've been cool with somebody for a few years. Never met this person in person, but we've been cool on social media apps. And I always been supportive because they was on these broadcasting apps and they always broadcast, and I always been supportive. I always been supportive as much as I can, and it got to a point where like me and this person really got cool. So, like I said, we never met in person, so I don't know how this person lived, what this person go through off camera. I just know about what I'm told or what I can be a witness of. And I'm sure this person had other gay friends. I was not Dave's first gay friend. So, like I said, I go by vibe. If you're showing me that you're comfortable with something, I'ma talk about it. If you're not comfortable with the topic, I'm not going to talk about it because I don't want to offend nobody unless you give me a reason to say what I have to say, not sugarcoat and not care if I offend you or not. Um, but this person really tried me to the point where um I remember one time I was sitting like this is when I was living at my old house. I was sitting in I think I was in the living room or dining room, probably the dining room. And I'm thinking, all right, I got a friend to talk to. I was bored. I wasn't really doing nothing. So my so-called friend hits me up like, let's video chat. So I'm like, all right, cool. So the conversation starts off with, um, he was putting me onto these foreign cartoons, like, songs that I really didn't understand the lyrics to. He just put me onto a lot of stuff. So that's how I started. And then he would try to take the whole webcam thing to a whole sexual turn before his family that he lived with woke up. I'm like at the end of the day, from what I know, you're straight. So I'm not comfortable with doing that slick shit. No, at the end of the day, if you're not gay, I'm not doing anything. And you're not about to get me to do something and then you try to flip the script on me. But he just kept on asking. I guess he wanted a sexual webcam partner or some shit like that, and he ain't want his family to know that he was more interested in God. And now this person send me pictures of themselves, send me videos of themselves multiple times, but I ain't paying no mind at first. So the whole webcam thing happened, and then next thing you know, um, it took another turn. This person tried to accuse me of pushing myself on them, trying to force them to be gay, all types of shit. And we stopped being friends because I'm like, first of all, you ain't got no motherfucking proof. And just because I'm open with my sexuality and you're not open with yours, you're not about to accuse me of doing something that I didn't do. Cause I had my receipts. Where are yours? I got the pictures you sent me. I got the videos you sent me. I got all the messages. And you're sitting over here trying to accuse me of doing something that I didn't do. So that is why I'm very comfortable when it comes to people I'm cool with because a lot of people are fake as shit. And of course, the homophobic people are going to have a different opinion. To an- um to answer your question, I don't know what happened to the message. I didn't press anything, but to answer your question, I no longer do wig reviews. From time to time, if I got the money to do it, I have done mannequin head reviews, and I do plan on doing more in the future. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? But if anyone wants to see any wig reviews or anything like that, feel free to support the channel by donating to the Cash App, which is in the description box. But if ain't nobody supporting, then I don't know when you'll see another wig review because I haven't bought any wigs or worn any wigs in a while. And I already spoke on what happened to a lot of my belongings when I lived in West Philly. I done told that story over and over. But yeah, that's one of the main reasons why I'm very careful with who I call friends because once I open up with who I am to certain people, they'll tell you one thing and then switch up on you the next. And it's fucked up how people are. It's really fucked up. Um, but then again, I blame myself for even trusting in the person to do some slick shit like that. And he's not, and I'm not gonna say no names, but he's not the only friend who did it because um I just ended a friendship with another friend who used to do slick shit. Um, yeah, my other friend, he knew about my sexuality, and he would do shit to try to get my attention. And I don't know why people do shit like that. And then soon as you soon like I said, I go by vibe. So then as soon as I come at you that way, oh now you want to change the subject. No. Don't sit here and try to play me or try to test me because I don't find that to be funny. I mean, I've been in like a lot of messed up friendships where people like, I mean, I don't find a lot of stuff to be just because somebody do something. I don't always find it to be gay, but then again, it is some things that people do that make people look at you that way. Like, let's just say that I'm on camera with another guy who happens to be my friend, and he have no shirt on. Majority of the time, we on camera. I'm not going to see it as gay. I'm going to see it as maybe he was hot or maybe he just used to not have no shirt on. I don't know, and that doesn't bother me. But when but when you're exposing your ass or grabbing yourself or trying to expose your penis and all that and doing freaky shit or just keep having sexual conversations, people are going to look at you that way. So don't do it if you don't want to be looked at as, in a certain way. Um, and then majority of the friends I have friends that I met off of adult live apps that I used to be on. Um, so the whole sex conversation, of course, that's normal because I met them off of apps that do stuff like that. But I don't know, like some people just are weird, and they always want to blame the gay person, and then flip the script like, oh, the gay person told me to do this, the gay person told me to do that. At the end of the day, I don't force nobody to do anything they don't want to do. You do it. I'm not nobody parent. So if you get on camera with me and you comfortable with doing certain stuff, that is on you. It has nothing to do with me. I'm on the other side of the camera, and like I said, majority of the people that I talk to, I never met in person. They live in different cities and states. I I don't think I even really associate with anybody in the Philadelphia area. Was one like I haven't like I see them on Facebook from time to time and Instagram from time to time, but I don't never really talk to them like that. But other than that, I everybody that I really talk to from time to time that I associate with, they in different cities and states, and I just met them on broadcasting apps like or websites like YouNow and all these other crazy apps and websites. So you like it's a lot of crazy things that happens. Like being in a situation like this where you're a gay man. and then you happen to be friends with a straight man, or you a straight man that happen to be friends with a gay man, you have to be very careful because people could treat you one way and then get around a whole nother crowd and treat you the other. They could accuse you of doing things you know you didn't do. They accuse you of saying things you know you didn't say. They could do shit and try to do shit in private with you. And then when they feel like they might get exposed, they want to try to point the finger at you like you did something wrong. And it's messed up. And that's why I don't know. I just had to be very careful. Um the last friendship I had didn't really end on any sexuality bashing terms or anything like that. The last friendship ended because the friend I had felt like he could talk to me any way he wanted to. And I'm at the end of the day I'm grown. I'm not your child. I'm not your girlfriend. I'm not your wife. I'm not your baby mom. I'm not any of those. So you're not about to just talk to me any way you want to just because you don't agree with something I said or something I did or the way I said something or the way I did something. At the end of the day, I'll do what I want. And if you don't like it, you could just hang up the phone and not talk to me again. But what you're not about to do is curse me out and call me out my name. And that's what ended up happening. So I haven't talked to him since boy, March 5th, and it is now what's today date? Today the 29th. Yep. I just gotta be very careful because like this whole friendship thing, it gets out of pocket sometimes, and people really just are weird. And that whole camera situation with that one person I was cool with, that really made me snap out. Like whatever life situation you got going on, that's on you. It has nothing to do with me. Like I said, we don't live in the same city or state, so I just go by what I'm told or what I witness if we do cam to cam chat together. But if I don't see it, it's not obviously it's none of my business. And um for that so-called friend to go down that route, I feel like it was really messed up. If you bisexual, that's your choice. You grown, you drink, you smoke, you do the stuff you do. So obviously you think you grown. So that's your choice to make. Just like it was my choice to make to live the lifestyle I live. But what you're not about to do is sit here and tell me one thing and try to get me to go down that route with you. And then when you, like I said, when you feel like you're gonna get exposed, then you try to make it seem like that I tried to switch. I don't like it was stupid. It was really stupid. I'm telling you, you gotta be very careful because you just never know what you could get yourself into. Oh, let me turn this down because I don't want to get in trouble for copywriting. Somebody said my best friend and my boyfriend don't, I mean, didn't like each other until I talked to both of them. Situations like that happen too, but then again, you also gotta be careful with that because you see it in movies, you see it in TV shows, you see it everywhere where people will act like they don't like each other and be the best of friends behind your back, and then you find out that they secretly flirting around and stuff like that. Just like with the Keisha Cole Trust and Believe music video, you see how that happened. She's sitting over here saying her boyfriend ain't home on time. He doing sneaky stuff. And her best friend like, oh, don't worry. He'll probably come home. You tripping, girl. Whole time she messing around with the boyfriend. And they acting like they don't like each other when they in her face. And then come to find out they mess around with each other the whole time. Well, I could tell y'all a story like, well, I wasn't friends with this person. I'm pretty sure I spoke on this situation before, but when I was living in West Philly, of course, y'all know I was dating somebody, and this person had a friend who just he never like me and this person talked on Facebook for some years. This friend was never mentioned. I go to this person's house, and then all of a sudden he tells me he expecting a friend to come over. So I'm like, all right, fine, cool. Once I got to meet the friend, I just started getting vibes like I'm not gonna like this person. Just the way they talk to each other and stuff like that just was ticking me off. And one time when me and my ex was by ourselves, I asked him, I'm like, are you dating? Like, did y'all used to date? Like, what's up with y'all two? He told me no, they didn't used to date and gave me some corny story about how they became friends. So I didn't have my receipts together or any proof to keep bashing him about if they used to date or not. Up until one day, me and him sitting in the house, supposed to be watching movies together, whatever the case may be, and he gets a phone call, and his friend just out of nowhere is asking, "When am I going home?" But what he said was, "When your little friend going home?" First of all, who are you calling little? Number one, I'm older than you. Ain't nothing little about me, and I do have a name, and I'm pretty sure you know my name very well. So I too could play that game. I pretended like I wasn't there, and I remained quiet. But I did text my ex on Facebook Messenger and said, "Tell your friend to keep my name out his mouth, or I'm snapping out." He ain't pay attention to the Facebook message, so they carried on with the conversation, and I kept getting called out my name. So, like I said, I was going to do, I did. I snapped out, and it lasted for a while. And then I was like, well, you know what? I'm done. I said what I had to say, but next time I see you, it's on site. I'm not using no words. I'm punching you dead in your shit. We never seen each other, and the relationship with me and my ex only lasts about a good 5 or 6 months. Um, we met in September of 2020, and by January, yeah, January was the last time we seen each other, and February was the time I end up calling it off. And the reason why I called it off is because I'm asking him like, when are we going to see each other again? When we going to hang out again? And he over here making excuses like, oh, he ain't got no money, this happening, that happening, just making a whole bunch of excuses. And it just got to the point where I felt like he was lying because you was saying all this stuff to me, but then I go on your Facebook page. I see that's a whole lie. You're going to Walmart, you're going out to eat, you doing all the stuff that we used to do, but you're claiming you ain't got no money. So I just called it off. once I called it off, he started making all these posts about me and my family on Facebook. So since he wanted to start bashing people that he did know and never got the chance to meet, I decided to expose his dirty laundry, and we just called it off. All because he was cheating. But I should pay close attention to, I mean, instead of just tolerating everything. This nigga he never let it be known out in public that we was in a relationship. When we went out to eat and did stuff together, he never took pictures with me. Anytime he introduced me to somebody, he was always telling them that I was just a friend from Philly that he met off of Facebook, instead of telling them I was his lover, whatever the case may be. Um, and then he's flirting around and doing stuff with other people. So yeah, things like that do happen. That's why you gotta be very careful. And that's why y'all see, I'll be to myself. I'm not dating anybody. I don't go out on dates. I don't go to nobody's house. I don't spend night anywhere. I stay to myself. Time you see me going out this door is if I'm going to the store. Hold on. Ow. I'm either going to the store, I'm going to a doctor appointment, I might be going to the SSI building or whatever other building, but that's about it. I don't really go nowhere, and it's been going on for years. Hold on. I don't know what happened to your comment. I don't know if it's a YouTube thing, but it did pop up, and then it popped, and then they says yeah, I don't know what happened. But yeah, once again I'll say yeah, I really don't do wig reviews anymore. The most recent thing I did is I did about like two Kazutaji hair reviews, and who knows what might happen in the future. But if anybody I mean, if anybody is really willing to watch some wig reviews or Kazutachi hair reviews or whatever reviews, feel free to donate to the YouTube. And if you don't, then I don't know what to tell you. But at this point, I just get on here and I just talk about different situations. And if I could do a review, I'll do a review. Most recently, I get on here and I talk about Full Sail University. But at this point, I was just bored, so I just decided to speak on topics that most people don't like to talk about, such as this whole thing going on with different opinions about gay people being friends with straight people or straight people being friends with gay people. And the reason why I'm talking about this topic because I've been seeing a lot of posts where people are asking questions like, can a heterosexual male be friends with a gay male and nothing sexual happen? I mean, like, yeah, but then again, you gotta be careful because you got a lot of people who treat you one way one minute, and then when they get around other people who have different opinions, not all of them, but some of them, they let the other people control them. You see it on TV shows, you see it on movies, you read it in books, magazines. Just like what happened with on Love and Hip Hop with Prince and Bobby Lights. You see how Bobby Lights is an openly gay male, Prince is a heterosexual male, but he's pretty comfortable around gay people. And then next thing you know, some things happen, and people was accusing Prince of being gay, or they was accusing Bobby Lights of being in a relationship with Prince, and then a whole nother ball game happened. And I can't lie, I was in some friendships with people, and the people I was cool with got accused of being in a relationship with me. Um, when I used to be in Delaware with my cousin and her baby father, me and him was real cool. And when she at work, me and him would go places together, whatever the case may be. And we had a few ignorant people who tried to accuse him of being in a relationship with me, and I had to curse a few people out and tell them no. At the end of the day, that's fam. That's my little cousin's father, and I'm not that type of person. So I appreciate if y'all keep y'all disrespectful comments to yourself. Yeah, I'm trying. I don't know how you do this. I'm about to get off live, y'all, because it's getting dark, and I'm about to have to turn the light on because y'all is not about to be able to see me. So I'll come back on here and finish the conversation another time. Plus, whoever was in here, I think they left.